All right. I just wanted to end here on one thing, which is this idea I've really been pursuing in my own personal life, which is technical analysis on everyday things. And now John put out this tweet the
That
other
looks
day.
bullish. That looks bullish, man. I'm telling
Looks
you.
really bullish. If I could place a bet and start to, I'd set a buy stop right there at that recent point, and I'd be all in on Jonathan. That's
Although,
for sure.
if you look at the fundamentals, I'm moving. So, I'm going to be distracted. So this could be a double top.
What you just did there is a violation of SEC law, though. You just gave us this inside information before it's public knowledge. So, yeah, that's an insider trade now.
So I love this. Whenever I see a chart, like I mean, I'm sure you guys do the same thing. I can't see a chart and not do technical analysis in my head as to what's going on over here. And then I've been practicing with my wife how tracking different things inside of in our life and running TA on it, and it works almost better because I can be like, okay, wait, I'm triple topping right now. If I push through this and I close above this level for weight or activity or dates with my wife, whatever it is, then I should feel this push, this momentum forward, and then I do.
Out. Yeah,
and I do actually feel that.
That's interesting because like that Strava app, like it does give me that. Like it's just tracking your streak, and when you get on a streak, you don't want to lose the streak, so it causes you to push harder, and then you break out above that level that you were stuck at. You wouldn't otherwise.
Which, interestingly, a lot of people argue that technical analysis works because it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. How much of your chart is creating a self-fulfilling prophecy in which you're like, oh, I got to break out, of course, and you're going to push harder because you want to beat that number.
This is exactly how I feel. I bring this up all the time because I think it's very funny, but this is exactly how I feel about astrology, and which is why people say technical analysis is astrology for men, because if my wife, who does astrology for me every week, they'll let me know what's going, because I go, okay, I'm not going to discount it. I'm looking at technical analysis and I'm making decisions based on that. So let's go ahead and see what she says with my things. And then she'll be like, okay, on Tuesday and Thursday of this week, you're going to have a productivity problem or an argument with people or whatever. And then I plan for it. So I go, well, if I'm going to have that problem then, so let me just do it now. Let me buy now. Let me put the buy orders now, so that I break past that. Or if I do feel whatever she said I was going to feel that day, I just let it be. I don't sell into it. I just go, it's going to be some sell in here right now, and then I let it pass, and then be more bullish the next day. And so that I get this reflexive loop of the technical analysis on my own personal data seems to me feels even more true because I don't have to depend on anybody else being buyers or sellers. I'm the buyer and seller, and I get to paint my own chart.
Oh, that's funny.
It's great. I've been loving it. So you can hear me talk more and more about this technical analysis on everyday things. What I want to do to tie it in with TradersPost is to, in the same way I'm setting up a script right now for Polymarket API and then trading stocks based on what prediction markets are saying. I want to do a thing where I reward myself by buying the stock that I would want if my metrics, in my daily metrics, do what it needs to do. So let's say I get to a certain my bank account gets to a certain point, or my spending came down by a certain amount. Well, then a trade will then execute in my broker account through TradersPost to buy a thing as a reward for me that happens automatically because I did this action. And I want to see more of those things. I think it's a pretty fun idea of how to use TradersPost for more than just straight pine script.
And how to create or how to use automation really to create reward cycles for behavior. Like I'm all in on that kind of thing. We do have to reward the behaviors we want to see from ourselves, and I'm a big fan of that kind of like mental hacking, if you will.
What if we I want to do something would be kind of a cool demo project, is like make a button and put it in your kitchen or something. Every time you press it, it buys $5 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's great. I would love that.
That'd actually be really easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it with a Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, and they have like pre-made buttons and stuff.
Yep.
all right, I think I got a weekend project.
We're gonna send it to you, Tom.
I could do that for the chores for the kids. I could, like, when they take out the garbage, it
Yeah.
triggers a button and then it does a thing. If they clean their bedroom, a certain action. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna hack my children.
That's the quote of today's episode. Hacking our children.
All right, guys. Well, that's been fun. Thank you for John for being the guinea pig for Everyday TA. I figured it was okay to talk about it since you posted publicly.
Yep.
Should be all right.
Yeah, and on that, I in the same way. Like when I see like a tree line or hills or mountains, I see charts. I can go back and like my brain is forever broken.
Everything's a trend line now.
Yeah, my wife hates me.